It was a rainy Tuesday and we were about to head up to Ants to try our luck after a row. Quick gear check and a bowl of pheasant soup and off we went.
We're out for a roebuck or two.
Oh, well, we'll see. 2 lucky hats.
This is true.
Yeah, so
this is true. We've got the poults coming soon. We've got a few too many roebucks about. Going to try and take a few out. Get on top of them before we get too busy. I know there's quite a few in this area, so if we can go up through here and hopefully get in amongst them.
Do they do a lot of damage to your game crops?
They do, especially this time of year. My crops are just shitting through. They just walk along the rows, nipping the tops off, and it's very annoying. We have an abundance of roe deer, you know what this place is like.
Yeah.
So it's a never-ending battle. We're surrounded by common ground, so we don't really get them under control in any way, shape or form. However, if we can keep them off at this time of year, just let that game crop get ahead, you know, then it's past them. They can graze on it and it won't destroy the crop, whereas if they take it off in the first couple of weeks,
you're scuppered really.
We are in trouble. We're in trouble. The wind's coming down this woodland here, so we're gonna go with the wind to start with, just to get around the bottom side of everything. Then we'll come upon the wind. There's 3 or 4 paddocks up there, surrounded by woodland. There's 3 bucks that I know of in that area. There's one I'd really like to take out. So we'll come up through there, see if we can't get a bead on them. Hopefully take one out.
Let's hope so.
Move on.
Nice walk if not. Let's go.
That's it. Let's have a look. Came out there, that buck was obviously back in the wood there, wasn't it?
That doe up in.
Yeah, following the doe up in. The doe was obviously tucked up under the trees with the rain's not helped. But we're still early doors, so I think we'll carry on, we'll push around here and try and get up to that top wood.
It always feels good when you almost step on one, because at least you're being quiet.
Yeah, we did literally get, what, 20 yards off of it, so. But just wrong place, wrong time, so we'll go again and hopefully have a bit more luck on the next one.
One small field down.
That's the one. I love standing out on that track. Wind's perfect. Jump the fence and come back down. Well, they won't show the road. Never do. I can't see a head or an anal tush, can you? His head down, it's too tall in the grass. We'll keep going round a bit and just try and get to that clearing there, and then we can sit and have a watch. Yeah, so we've seen that one, what, 400 yards away?
Yeah, walked on into it.
Yeah, got right up into her, but
it was her.
Closest inspection, she was a girl. So left her be to go do her thing till later on in the year. Go try and find a boyfriend.
Could be somewhere.
Looks like he knows something's wrong with it, doesn't it? Quite a nice book as well. Just out browsing. Grass is tall, you're gonna have to go short. I'm gonna work and sneak out. If I need to push out, it might come back down here. Whereas if we keep going out, he's gonna run out of wood eventually and go back. Goes to take a sit. Yeah, it might just be out in the field, and across the field, stop, bang.
That was a very long, quiet walk.
Yeah, we bumped him down in the bottom of the valley there. He kind of didn't know whether he knew we were there or not, but he knew something wasn't right. So he progressed out the valley and he made it out to this side, so we've come up the side of this.
Following him up very quietly.
Yeah, and
we saw him again once we sort of broached the horizon. He was trotting on up.
Yeah, and then managed just to carry on stalking up very quietly and quickly, and bumped into him at 25 yard, 30 yard, and stalking at his best.
Yeah, proper woodland,
yeah,
chilled out. He didn't know we were there, and we were stood, three of us, bear in mind.
Yeah. So we've come to the point where you shot him at.
Just to double check Ed's hit.
Just to double check. Sounded good, looked good, but you know, we found the point of strike, we found the blood.
Nice light coloured blood.
Yeah, it looks lungy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks lungy to me. He's made off in that direction. There's a nice big patch of brash there. I did kind of follow him with the binos and lost sight of him
crash
there.
into it.
I heard him crash into it.
Not
go
very
over.
elegant.
Nah, we've given it 5 minutes, so we'll have a wander in there and see if we can find him. Hopefully he'll be just in there. Got a funny shape.
He's a funny looker.
Hold on, mate.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Lucky hat.
Lucky hat.
Funny looking thing, isn't he?
Good one to take out.
Yeah.
He's not going to make good offspring, is he? I wouldn't have thought.
No.
Bit of malform on the left hand side there.
It's quite small as well, and never look.
Yeah.
Do the hard work now.
That's it, mate. Let's get him out. There you go.
Wherever you want him, mate.
We'll just do the clearing here somewhere.
Yep.
I'm just quickly checking over the pluck, checking over lymph nodes, make sure everything looks as it should do.
Walking back to the truck, it turns out that bigger buck had just sat up in the hedge only a few metres away watching us walk past after his mate. In fact, we'd been so keen on stalking the deer we could see that if we turned round, that buck walked straight out, straight back behind us, with slots walking straight over our footprints.
I was just dragging this back to the car, and that fawn that we saw early on is still just led up there.
So they're looking at us, doesn't really mind that much.
It's still a bit innocent.
It's nice to see.
Oh, it's beautiful, it really is. It's
Yeah.
one of those joys, it's not just the stalking, we got some wrens earlier.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a privilege to go and sneak around the countryside.
A lot of those, but no more bucks. They must have been sat up somewhere safe and warm. But on a rainy night like that, I probably would be too. So that was a great stalk. It was a real privilege to be invited out by Anne. We now have some venison. And my missus is away for a couple of days, so I invited Sash round for dinner. And we're going to share that experience with you. We're going to slow cook this, then we're going to pull it, hopefully, and put it in a delicious burger. We're not going to make the bread, we're not going to make the coleslaw. Oh by God, we're going to make the best venison possible. So I've had some red wine in there, chilling for about, whatever the opposite of chilling is, for about half an hour. I'm going to cut this in nice long strips and chuck it in. Cool. Before we do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a couple extra bits in there, but then we've got to go to the shop and get some things. So, mostly because I've been using this slow cooker a lot the last couple of days. It's about a tablespoon and a half of barbecue sauce, mostly because that's what I have. And we are going to chuck some other bits in here in a minute, but what I like to do is just let the meat sit for about half an hour, 45 minutes in there, keep them warm, just to get it started. Oh, and a couple of oxo cubes. You're real simple. Come on in. Actually, one final thing. Rapeseed oil. Chuck a bit of that in there. Making more vlogging. Where? To all of you who don't have kids, one-handed chopping is a thing that you'll need to learn. As soon as they learn the word up, and then shortly after, learn the phrase tantrum, don't touch that. And then all you really want to do is not cut the fingers off, and we'll call it a overriding success. Suddenly, cooking isn't so much an art form as frontline combat. No! Man, I love this kid. You're such a dude, but your reliability. So the plan is we're going to put some red onions in there to sort of melt down with the venison, so that we can use it as almost like a salsa to go with it, just to add a bit of richness to the situation. It's been 2 bottles of wine and half a bottle of mead later. Bo's now in bed, having a sing. And it's looking like we've still got 2 hours. It's going to be a late dinner, but it's always worth the wait with a slow cooker. You don't want to like open it prematurely. Cheers. This is getting towards the moment that we've been waiting for, actually. Which is good because we are slowly and rather cunningly running out of mead. We've almost run out of mead. But look at that, this is where hunting comes into play. 11 o'clock dinner is where it's at. Hour and 20, we'll be on it. Let's go hunt some mead. We're working on the reserve right now. It's not rosé, just so you know. And this dinner is looking pullable. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull that meat out, let it rest for about 5 minutes, and pull it. Separate it. Sasha, you might not know, has a secret superpower of used to be working with crispy duck. So he has the tearing down, and then I'm going to turn the rest into some magic gravy, and then we're going to put it in a burger. It's probably worth mentioning that we should have started this morning. The beauty of a slow cooker is you're supposed to put it on before work, and then you come home and it's ready. Not wait until 11 o'clock at night debating the meaning of life. Yeah, alright, so it's time to tear and put in a burger, because to be honest, for the most part, I'm starving hungry. It's 11 o'clock and we're still only about 6 minutes into the Holy Grail, so definitely time.
It's dropping well, it's coming off nicely. Realistically, if you weren't two completely greedy fatties at heart, you could feed a family with this. But we are talking about two fatties.
Two greedy fatties.
The OXO cube, that flavour is deeply embedded within the food.
It's a bit of a cheat, but it's dinner.
Ask me what just happened to me.
What just happened to you, Sash?
5,000 years of ancestry hit me like a ton of bricks, mate. The flavour. Look at that. Now, the real question is, what I'm thinking right now, is how on earth are we going to fit this into 2 burgers?
4.
4 burgers.
Colleague,
We'll make
mate.
it work, mate.
Colleague.
We'll make it work. No problem.
We're gonna make 2 burgers each, and I'm gonna change them between each other. We're gonna trade one for one and then have a chat, which you'll never know the answer of. Because the answer is we're both equally great as creating carnivorous feasts. So my theory is this. We create just enough meat to create a solid patty layer, onions on top, juice in the bottom part of the bun, and then the pure mayo sour cream, creme fraiche option, slaw, I believe the phrase is.
So, as we've established, Johnny's a very smart man, he knows a lot of stuff. But when it comes to food,
Used to be a 6-pack.
used to be a 6-pack. Now, it takes a lot of hard work and determination to get rid of a 6-pack and replace it with a warm sheet of storable energy. Because the apocalypse is going to come, and when it comes, Jonathan is going to be left outside, and I'm going to be running around
In Ferrum.
hunting. Yeah, of course. So, what I'm going to do to distinguish myself is I'm going to go.
Oh my god, what about the cheese?
I'm going to go.
Can I add cheese to my burgers? Mate, you were hiding the cheese with your slaw.
Don't act like you
Come
can say to
on.
me, "Oh, cheese is for wimps, and we don't need."
No,
cheese.
no.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to impress yourself in front of the audience.
I've got my cheese blinkers on,
It's
mate.
okay. Honestly, it's okay. Now, what I'm
see
going to
that.
do is the most important stage, which is accept the fact that weight isn't an issue. So what I wonder is, do I straight right the cheese into the burger, which obviously everyone knows I can do, or do I cut it with a cheese grater? Where's the cheese grater?
There is no cheese grater.
You're stitching me up. You forgot about the cheese. I remembered about the cheese only because you reminded me. So now I'm in a position where I'm going to have to do this. Didn't want to have to do this.
Please
but-
don't. Please don't like make a mess. You got a chopping board right there, Mush.
No, I don't need chopping board, because back in the day, right, when I was out there catching and killing wolves for my tribe, you were out there what, living in luxury?
Yes, mate, because I'm a privileged snob.
I would like to offer you your beta male burger.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this whole thing, because I thoroughly do. This is why I do what I do. We go out, we hunt, we look, we search after deer that disappear and end up walking behind us down tracks, and we end up taking a completely different deer, and we end up with this beautiful food. I genuinely feel like the company throughout the stalk, throughout this dinner with Sash, has been worth every moment, and I feel nothing wrong with justifying what I do on a daily basis. What's better, we've got leftovers, and they're going to be for breakfast. For now, I'm ready for bed. Guys, take care. Goodbye. We'll see you next time.